toilet water. So, seeing as how Mr. King isn't here, I by default, someone has to drink toilet water tonight. So I tell you what I'm going to do.
Crappy apple juice.
I am going to pick one of you from the crowd, drag you in here, and make you drink toilet water. Somebody has to be embarrassed. There is nobody in this building that's in my league. I am a former WWE superstar, a multi-time OVW Tag Team Champion, a former OVW Heavyweight Champion. I am a household name. Just look at all of you that came out here to see me tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to 10. If there is no suitable replacement in the back, and there's not, one of you is going to get thrown in the ring and forced to drink toilet water.
You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Toilet water. And I was there. It looks like toilet water. I think it was.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Are there any milk duds in that toilet water?
Who's going to you?
There was a baby blue.
You know you have the one for me.
Fans were rather vocal. There wasn't very many fans here, Billy, I'll just be honest with you, but they were into it.
You know, I would almost rather do a loser leaves town match than a must drink toilet water match. It's disgusting.
Now, do you remember Danny Basham, the Basham brothers from SmackDown?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Well, they were a pretty good tag team, and they did hold the tag team championships twice on SmackDown.
Oh, SmackDown. You know, I don't watch the SmackDown.
It was in an era when I didn't get to watch it as much either, but nonetheless, I do remember them being tag champions. And when I used to go down to OVW with Robbie Dauber just to hang out and see the shows down there when Jim Cornette was running it, I used to see the Damages, and that's what I was getting to is, you know him as Danny Basham from SmackDown, but down in OVW, he was OVW heavyweight champion, the Damages. Simply the Damages.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Spelled D-A-M-A-J-A. Okay, wait up.
You think just because
he loves the feedback. He's doing this on purpose.
My glass eye just broke.
You think that
Look at that. He's baiting this crowd.
You think that just because he's a former two-time WWE Tag Team Champion,
Oh, yeah, this is...
just because he's a former two-time OVW Tag Team Champion,
Yeah, you used to make pancakes back there, right?
he lost it twice.
Yeah.
Pizzas?
Okay, I lost
English muffins even.
Man.
Nachos with meat?
It's like watching the... It's like watching the people living in your house. You're get out of my kitchen back there, you.
He's what?
Overqualified.
No.
Listen to that loud fan. She goes to all the shows, too.
You just made a mistake, Danny.
You'd think she did.
So I want you to know, and I will, not only will you drink toilet water, but that will make me, by default, a three-time OVW Tag Team Champion, a multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion.
He was in the WWE, I guess. Idol Stevens.
Excuse me?
Work if you're a single match.
Because that means I'm better than him, man. You see what happens here?
She should get a payday.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work that
She should get a microphone.
Well, guess what? This is my town. We play by my rules. So
Good answer.
In a nutshell, once you lose, you drink toilet water, all of the residual checks from the video games, all that stuff goes to me. Because that just simply means that the damager will be damaged, and I will take my rightful place as a former multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion and a worldwide superstar. Thank you!
This isn't a WWE.
Thank you!
Right, but
Okay.
he's attempting to put himself over as the big star that he is and break our eardrums with the feedback.
Oh, I just broke my other glass eye.
Yeah, not a real good deal, is it, Jared?
I would just walk out of the ring, but no. You know what? No.
But Idol Stevens, I remember when I was down in OVW, I thought for sure he'd get called up to the big time. He must have been on SmackDown for a little while because he's talking like he was. But I got to say, he's a professional. He looks the... Oh, wait. Danny Basham.
Just for the record, I'm a multiple-time OVW heavyweight champion, two-time WWE tag team champion. Some of you remember me as the OVW Damager. Some of you might remember me as SmackDown's Danny Basham. But you, I know tonight, are going to remember me as the guy who whipped your ass.
Whoa. Strong words from the Damager. You know, they had a nice gimmick table there that night, Billy Wack. Pictures of him as tag team champion with Doug Basham, his partner or brother, as it were.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
It's a shame. I'm sure this is a great match. These two guys, they look like wrestlers. It's going to be great. And unfortunately, not a lot of people showed up. I mean,
It's the curse of independent wrestling. It can happen. Some federations are going to draw.
One of the many.
I think it's got to do, really, with how young you are and how many friends you have and you sell tickets to. It's kind of like being in a band right after high school. It's easy to draw if you just got out of high school 2-3 years and your friends are all still in the area. But if you're a full-grown man trying to make it in music or trying to make it in wrestling and you want to draw on a nightly basis, you better have some real promotional power behind you. And I don't know that this I don't know that this promotion did. Now, LWF was a phenomenon like that. You guys drew like a mug.
well, we were all like scared and frightened and didn't know what to do and hit the ground running and afraid and promoting and flyering and talking and talking and talking. And then we reaped the benefits, thankfully.
Got to do that groundwork. That's the fact, Jeff. Okay, we got the Damager, as he was known in OVW. And OVW's, I'm so sorry that they're no longer the developmental territory, because it was cool. It was a good 5-hour ride, but you could get down there in one day, see the matches. It was free, and I guess they still have TV down there on Fox, but they don't have the developmental territory, so it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now it's in Florida now, Florida Championship Wrestling, from what I understand. It's the developmental territory. WWE, yes. Got to wonder who's been sent down there. Certain people, you see them on SmackDown one week, you see them on Raw one week, all of a sudden they're gone. Are they back, in the developmental territory? It happens. Davey Boy Smith's son came out and wrestled one night. You saw him on SmackDown, I believe it was. Or it might have been Raw, I'm not sure. Nonetheless, he's on one match and then he's gone. Is he back down there? Is he at Florida Championship Wrestling? You got to wonder. It begs the question.
So you saw the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble, good stuff. I mean, for the most part, the Royal Rumble matchup was the highlight for me.
Yeah, no, it was good. We had a great drinking game for it. It was a great game. Everybody put in $5 and just drew 3 random numbers.
Yeah.
And then you had to watch that guy. And if your guy won the Rumble, you take the money. What was the pot? It was like $50. $50. You know, so everybody just threw in $5, whatever. It was cool.
How did it work again?
But everybody put $5, drew 3 numbers, watched those 3 guys. Those 3 guys. If they got eliminated, you would do a shot. With other wacky rules. Oh my God!
That sounds like fun.
If your guy got double teamed, you do a shot. If your guy got bushwhacked right out, which is you get in the ring and then you don't even perform an offensive maneuver and you get thrown out. You do 2 shots or something. Wow. It was great. There was enough rules and it kept it really competitive.
You must still have more than 3 friends.
I do.
Wow. Good for you, Billy Wack.
Well, I just bought a lot of stuff.
More than I can say.
It was just me and Jared.
Oh, well, hey, at least you had fun in a game and a pay-per-view. Now, I just thought it was interesting. We should probably get to this when we got the camera time. I don't want to take away from this match because it is an interesting matchup. But I noticed in these internet sheets Nicholas H gave us, the wrestling fans rated the pay-per-view this weekend. One of them typed in and said if he had to rate it on a $1 to $40 scale, $1 to $40 scale,
let me guess.
he'd rate it $10.
Okay.
But I got a kick out of that. What a way to, to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It does kind of make sense. You're paying $40. You could just rate it by the dollars. Was it worth your $40?
I think it was worth $40. It's the road to WrestleMania, so this is where they turn it up. This period from now until WrestleMania. So yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was one of the better Rumbles. The guys were doing stuff other than just stumbling around, throwing errant punches at people.
And a lot of them stayed in the ring for quite a long time. It was towards the end, there was a lot of guys left. But wait a minute, now we're getting a Roman Knuckles test of strength from this former WWE superstar. Idol Stevens says, come on with it. I got the strength, Damager. I don't know. I mean, he's a big dude, but the Damager was two-time tag champ, not to mention OVW champion for quite some time when Jim Cornette was running things down at OVW.
This guy is totally affected by this woman at ringside.
They're almost playing the whole match to her. And if you see her, you'll recognize her. She's a redhead. She comes with her husband. He's got glasses, and they go to all the matches. I feel really bad. I don't know her name. Is she a little bit older? Maybe, yeah. Red hair, reddish, purple hair, right? You know who she is. I think she's a sweetheart, and she's real nice, and she loves on the mat. And a big shout out to you. With Idol Stevens is walking out, Billy Wack.
And when I say a little bit older, I mean a little bit older than me. I just turned 27.
Wow, Billy Wack looking good. Here we go. Wait a minute. Idol Stevens just took a little powder. Going to walk outside. Wait a minute.
He's got a 10 count to get back in there. Come on. You can't let it end like this.
He's taking a sweet time getting back in there. Takes a drink of water off the fountain. Smacks his face off. He's ready to get back in there and compete again, fans. Only a 5 count thus far.
That
Idol
was a
Stevens.
9 count.
Oh, 9.
He was cutting it close.
Yeah, he was. Idol Stevens taking his sweet time. Idol Stevens wants a quiet crowd.
He demands silence.
That's it. He still wants this Roman Knuckles test of strength, evidently. He's raising his hand up, says, come on with it, Holmes. Is he going to get it? The Damager says, let's try this. Sure we will.
Oh.
Then he switches gears on him. What a tricky bugger.
I would just keep my one hand up until the guy went for it.
Are they playing patty cake?
Oh,
no,
wow.
they're playing patty chop, and down went Idol Stevens. Once again, taking a walk outside. You got to look at the psychology of Idol Stevens here, though.
Hurt. That had to hurt.
This is a classic bad guy. He does not want to get in there and wrestle. Why? Because he's a coward. Why? Because he is afraid that his own wrestling acumen is not that of the Damagers.
I disagree. There's a different way to look at it, Richard T, and it's very simply, you've got this guy, he's all psyched up, he's ready to go, he's going to take it to him, and he's just putting him off. Idol Stevens is wrestling this match on his terms, and it's got to be psyching out his opponent, Danny Basham.
Yeah, it might just be doing that. And well put, Billy Wack. I never thought of it that way. Got that headlock cinched on, does the damage of Danny Basham. Oh, there's the toilet water coming to play. He picks it up, the ref says, nuh-uh, this comes afterwards. You can't open the bottle and enjoy this tasty beverage until the match is complete. And I don't think it was KO in there.
No,
he's not.
See, he's doing it again, and I actually think it's smart wrestling. Think about it, Richard T. Sin.
Okay.
Let's say every week here at On the Mat, I come in, and I'm a big prima donna, and I don't like my hat this week. Give me 10 minutes, and I go walk off. And then we get back, we're ready, we get all mic'd up, and hold on, I need more coffee, and then I go walk off. You're going to get frustrated,
sure.
And when the cameras are then finally rolling, you're going to be unhinged.
Wow.
Think
We
about
should
it.
try that some weeks.
Get a third host.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. All right. I thought we were doing a fine job, Billy Wack. Anyhow, look at this action. They finally did lock in that test of strength. Looks like the damage is going down to his knees. He is so into this. He is so fighting to take advantage of Idol Stevens, but Idol Stevens, I think, has got him down right where he wants him. Go figure.
There is no way anybody should be able to power out of this. I don't care who you are.
I mean, these guys work out, okay? They're former WWE talent. These guys are in shape. You can tell they work out every day at the gym, at least 5 days a week. These guys are in the gym. Keeping toned up, watching what they eat, wrestling probably on a nightly basis, going around the independents. And that's, oh man, big boot by Idol Stevens. And then with that forearm, I won't say smash because that would date me, but that big forearm to the back, gets a kick out, does Danny Basham. Tries a pinning predicament again, does Stevens. Gets that kick on, does Stevens.
Boots, putting the boots. Look at that wind-up.
Yes, it was. Really smacked him with it. Now getting some corner work in. Raking him across those ropes in that corner. Now with the big boot. Really, look at that. That's punishing right there. That's a punishing boot to the face.
So, all right, this is SCW. What do the letters stand for?
Second City Wrestling.
Right, and this company is still in business.
Evidently, yes, but she canceled her last show. I was just informed. Hopefully she'll be back because she was a really sweet little gal. She had like a little Bo Peep outfit on, like she thought it was Halloween.
She was dressed up?
Like a little Bo Peep, like a little blue dress and red pigtails and glasses. She was kind of hot. I liked her. But I think I asked her what was going on after the matches, like where was everybody partying at the hotel, and she didn't want to fight. She wanted to get to the hotel with the wrestlers. She didn't want anybody infringing on her action.
I see what's going on there.
Because I wanted to get with her.
I'm going to start a ladies promotion. Get with all those.
Shimmer. Let's do a Shimmer. We can invade Shimmer.
Let's go. We'll be like the outsiders of Shimmer. Oh my God, what are you guys? You're guys. Yeah, that's right, ladies. We're guys, and we're taking over. We'll come up with some new like hand gesture, two, sweet, and all that.
Yeah,
Let's do it. We're going to Shimmer.
Yeah.
Watch out, Prazak.
Sounds like
we're
fun.
coming for you.
Yeah. Gotta love it, baby. Look at this. And Joe Eastman was there that night.
Where, Shimmer?
No, at this show here.
Oh.
He was on the card. He was manager.
Maybe he knows the whole people.
Yeah, I think he does. Nicholas H knows her too.
Nicholas H, and who is she?
That's Aaron. Oh, he's just gonna look around and say, oh, that's her. Anyhow, big elbow by the Bamaja, Danny Basham. Wait a minute, Idol Stevens interrupted him for a quick second. Not for long, no swing and a miss. Oh, look at that. Punches to the throat. Punches to the face and throat. Idol Stevens is reeling. Woo. Wham! Down he goes. Gotta love it. I told you this was a good one. I was there that night. It was really fun. Like I said, it wasn't well attended, but man, oh man, did these guys work a match. Here we go. Snapping them down.
Wow.
Does the damage, and that will do some damage.
That's got to be it. 1, 2.
Oh, my goodness. Idol Stevens really showing us something here. Yeah, this Idol Stevens was a great performer. The Danny Basham was a consummate professional. Just a nice guy. Whoa, look at that. Big boot to the guts. No, but Danny Basham conducted himself like a real gentleman. Big choke by Basham. Gets interrupted by Stevens. Whips him off. Reversal. Wait a minute. Ooh. Big boot lifts that high knee right into the face.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's tied up.
He's going the ropes.
Idol Stevens is going to take it full advantage.
The referee needs to step in there.
Several hard punches right to the head. Man, oh man. And I was right there. I saw this firsthand. He did. He was really hitting them hard. It was good stuff. It was quality wrestling.
Idol Stevens needs to be careful. He's got to keep his mind on the winner's purse. Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Down with the ref. The bell has been rung. What's all this?
What?
The bell's been rung. Possible disqualification. Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the ref, I'd throw this match out. I don't care who you are.
But wait a minute. He's lying in wait. He's got the toilet water. Oh. The damage is all tied up. Danny Basham may be taking a big, long drink, and I'm telling you, kids, it's not KO. It was toilet water. I could smell it at ringside. It stunk. Look at him. He's raising.
It looks like someone had the runs or the trots or the skips even in that cup.
Ouch. Oh, look at that low kick. It had to have been a low kick.
Oh, that fecal water has got to be spilling everywhere. That brown tinted water.
Ugh, gross. Wait a minute. The damage has got it. He's chasing him out.
There's a cap on that, apparently.
Idol Stevens is crawling around on the floor. He is crawling like a rat on the floor.
You can see the robot in the front row. Sporting his shirt, his band. And wait a minute, who's this? Some suited guy.
Damage to Danny Basham, trying to make his way outside to find out what Idol Stevens has gone ahead on and done. Idol Stevens, there he is, like I said, crawling around on the floor like a rat. I mean, this guy, he's seen better days on SmackDown. And look at him here.
Out he goes.
Oh, he sure enough did. Danny Basham, your winner. Wow.
So you didn't have to drink the poo soup. I guess
No.
is what happened.
But what he does actually afterwards, he gets on the mic, Billy, and he tells the crowd and he tells the promoter, Aaron, he says that he would love to come back next time, and wrestle again for a loser drinks toilet water match. So we might not have seen the last of it.
So yes, and then he shook up that brown tinted bottle and shot it off like it was champagne, and some fan got a piece of corn right in the eye.
Ow, spit it out his mouth like Triple H.
Jeez. Wow.
Gross.
SCW. All right, so we have this from the internets, the Chicago Pro Wrestling, the board, and the question posed is, was TNA, worst television show? And then people are listing like TNA, Hulk Hogan Celebrity Championship Wrestling,
TNA got a what?
ECW, Raw, AAA, or SmackDown.
Yeah.
And people have different...
Right, and they rate them. The fans on the internet rate what they think the best or worst show is.
Yes.
And most of them all vote for TNA as the worst show, but guess what? I bet they're all watching TNA, and that's why they're all voting. Now, I will concur. Certain things about TNA are kind of come see, come saw, so-so. But you know what I love about TNA? The ladies division. It's great stuff. Those girls are great.
They have a slick ladies division.
Yeah.
They do.
And Gail Kim, losing Gail Kim was a major hit to them, but nonetheless, I think it's gotten better. She's gone now, but what about Taylor Wilde? What about Awesome Kong? What about some, they've got Roxy Laveau, or just Roxy now.
Can you imagine
my favorite, The Beautiful People.
Can you imagine what WWE would do with Awesome Kong? I think that would be fantastic. I mean, all their girls are like perfect. But then just Awesome Kong just busting through. It would be awesome.
Yes, it
Kong.
would. Yeah, I think she would be probably used a little better there. Maybe they could do a marriage with her and Mark Henry. No? So I just blew it, right? I just blew it, didn't I, Billy Wack?
You know what I would do? What
about The Beautiful People?
What about the
Angelina Love?
Oh, yeah, I don't watch it.
Velvet Sky? They're good.
I should pay more attention.
The Sarah Palin gimmick thing was terrible, and that's probably why they're being reviled right now on the internet. But I will tell you this: I thoroughly.
Why was it offensive to Sarah Palin?
No, they thought they were like, it was all done under the pretense that Sarah Palin was going to the White House, and the Beautiful People thought they were going with her.
Did you think Sarah Palin was going to the White House, Richard T?
Wishful thinking on my part, but no.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Nonetheless, I was with them on that, but I don't think the wrestling public was with them on that. I think the wrestling public was like, this is dumb. Sarah Palin's not going to the White House, dude. And they were right. But Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, I gotta
Southern wrestling
say,
fans unite over politics.
But those two chicks, I'm telling you this, Billy Wack, and I'm going to date myself with this reference. They, to me, are like the Valiant brothers of female wrestling. They're a great tag team, and I think they would be great in WWE, and they are a shining spotlight on what's really good in TNA right now.
The ladies division.
Yeah, for sure.
Because everything else is like WWE...
wannabe?
If you play Nintendo 64, there's a game called No Mercy, and it's like... It is one of the greatest video games ever as far as wrestling goes. But it's from circa 2000. And that roster that's on that game is the whole TNA roster. It's like Kurt Angle and the Dudleys and like...
Okay.
It's like the 2001 like rejects of WWE. So TNA fills the WCW void, which... By that I mean production is a little bit less, the characterization seems to be a little bit less. There's some blatant rip-offs of WWE and the Steve Austin with the Shark Boy. Come on, come on.
Well, yeah, I got to say,
I can't get a movie or a project or anything green-lighted, but this whole company is just...
That's what bothers me the most about the TNA, though, is all these gimmicks that are WWE knockoff gimmicks. They got the guy who does the Macho Man gimmick. They got the guy who does the Apollo Creed gimmick. Yeah. Everything's like this caricature gimmick. They need to get away from those caricatured gimmicks and come up with some original ideas for some new talent. Not to mention the Main Event Mafia. I read the dirt sheets. The dirt sheets are calling the Main Event Mafia the NWO. Go figure, I wonder why. It's just the Main Event Mafia has not had one big moment like the NWO used to. Maybe they ought to get a can of spray paint, I don't know. But for me, as a wrestling fan, it's not working.
You know what one of these companies should have, speaking of a ladies division, and I'm serious about this, here's your storyline, all right? You have one of your chicks on the division or whatever, and she either like gets in a car accident, and you don't see her for like a couple weeks or something, whatever. Do some traumatic thing with her and have her come out as like a lady Undertaker.
Ooh,
why don't they ever do that? Why don't they start putting gimmicks on these girls other than Molina is like your Spanish one and Beth Phoenix is like your big powerhouse blonde one, and I don't even know what you are, Candice Michelle. You're kind of like the plastic, Awesome Kong. Rubbery one.
Awesome Kong is kind of a gimmick wrestler.
Awesome Kong is a lady gimmick wrestler. Right. I like it.
Yeah, I know. They could, and really, when you think about the ladies' division at WWE right now, Billy Wack, it is a groundswell of talent. They have all kinds of talent, and I think they can wrestle. TNA has these ads out saying they don't wrestle, that they're divas. No, I beg to differ. I think the divas of today do wrestle. We got to go to this match now. We got Estaban Molina, Billy Wack, taking on Ricky Thomas. This is NWA Midwest. It's from Streamwood, Illinois. Nicholas H. probably shot this with the on-the-mat camera crew. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one. This is a short 6-minute match. Here we go. Wow. Look at this nice setup they got there, huh, Billy?
Yes, it is.
Estaban Molina.
Fans in attendance. They've got a nice entrance.
Thank you.
No problem.
Esteban Molina's got to be the guy with the heart on his trunks. And I'm not profiling.
What did you just say?
A heart on his trunks.
oh.
A heart, Billy Wacker.
All right.
Ricky Thomas got to be the long-haired cat. He's got him up for a scoop slam, walks him around, takes him down, drops him in the middle, does Ricky Thomas. Nicholas H., come and correct me if I have the combatants misconstrued. I got it right.
What is right by his legs there? What is that? There's like this glowing thing in the ring. What is that?
That's a fan.
It's a God.
That's a fan with one of them glow job T-shirts.
What did you say?
Glow job.
Oh.
Haven't you ever had a glow job? You put that goopy stuff all over you, and you go out in the middle of the dark night, and everybody says, "Oh, there he is. He's got a glow job."
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, how about that? Referee wearing all black, harkening back to ECW. Ricky Thomas snatches Molina, throws him back in unceremoniously. Ricky Thomas, pretty big dude. I think we've seen him. I know we've seen Estaban on here before.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, look at that.
Ricky Thomas looking around, saying, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Well, I'm going to follow him back right out there is what I'm going to do. Ricky Thomas.
That entranceway is. You can drive a series of cars through it.
Not to mention a Zamboni. Why, I oughta. Here we go.
Look at that shirt. That is amazing. That's like neon fluorescent nuclear yellow shirt.
Yeah, that is. That's what they call day glow. That's the word I was looking for.
Day glow.
Day glow job. Oh, right face first to that steel ball. Gotta love it. Ricky Thomas having his way with Esteban Molina, flings him back in, making his way back up through the second and third rope. Here comes Ricky Thomas meeting with a big foot to the face, snatches him up by the neck, whips him across. Misses with the clothesline.
Whoa, what is that? He's holding on. Oh!
Sort of like a 619 in limbo. But he's not in limbo anymore. He's down on the floor. Referee getting a count up to about a 4, if I'm not mistaken. Molina trying to make his way back in there, taking his time. He fell hard.
Oh.
Boom. That's what they call coming in the hard way.
And he needs new kidneys right now.
Man, what a fist by Ricky Thomas. I got to tell you, we've seen some nice punching here on the mat tonight. These guys are really taking it to each other in independent wrestling land. But clothesline, down he goes. Gets him up for the one, only a 1.5, if that. Ricky Thomas, or rather Esteban Molina, rushing that referee's count.
Yeah, Esteban Molina, did you really think that you were gonna win it at that point?
And did you really think choking your opponent was going to help you win? It might, just might.
Well, I've seen it work.
Yeah. Nothing like a good choke. Dirty tactics. Gotta love it. Fans like it, too. Snatches him up by the short hairs in the ear. Biting. Now, there's got to be a bite. He's got to be biting him, and that's unsportsmanlike. He just spit out something from that he chewed off of the face.
It was definitely his earlobe.
Oh, man. Wait a minute here. Molina snatching up Thomas. Got him in the corner. Big elbow right to the side of the head. Now he's just pushing that foot right in there. Adding insult to injury and taking every advantage he can of that 5 count.
Look at the referee getting frustrated. Who is that referee?
I knew you were going to say that. Is that Andy Long?
I think it's Andy Long, and it's Andy Long. Look at him, he's angry. Come on, listen to me. I'm Andy Long.
Is that the guy that likes to tip the jug?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Cool. Most referees do.
Although, I haven't kept up with Andy Long lately. I don't know if he's on the wagon, off the wagon.
Look at these paintbrushes by Molina. Really disrespectful. Uh-oh. Snatches him up for his troubles.
Boom.
Man, oh man. Right down.
Wow.
Big tackle. Down goes Molina. Ricky Thomas very pleased with himself. Wait a minute. Ricky Thomas got a handful of tights. He don't care.
Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, no, what's
going for that German, but he grabbed the ref to block it. Did Molina. Big boot by Molina. Down goes Ricky Thomas. Rolls him back up, gets the leg, hooks it. No.
It was a 1.5 count, and Ricky Thomas now has to do something about this. Esteban Molina is all over him.
He's got him choked with that leg. Talking to the ref, nice move there. But yeah, he gets these pins and he gets mad the referee don't count him. You got to hold him to the mat, Esteban. Esteban Molina smacks him. Now, what good does that do other than get the guy mad at you?
Well, there's a certain spot right on the jaw, and if you hit a person just right, you can knock him out. You open up that hand, it looks like an open hand strike. The referee doesn't see it.
Smart.
Next thing you know, it's a KO.
Smart wrestling. Look at this, man. These guys are really, it's a Donnybrook, and he came up on the long end of the stick was Ricky Thomas. Uh-oh, Molina gets back up, only get knocked back down by Ricky Thomas. Ricky Thomas, a house of fire here. What, gets interrupted? No. Oh, man, he's got him for that pump handle. Sets him up.
Whoa.
Drives him down for the back-breaking maneuver. Man, oh man, Ricky Thomas is really putting the screws
Ricky Thomas.
to Estaban Molina.
He needs to follow up, and he needs to go for a quick cover. I think now he can pull this off.
Flings him around. Uh-oh.
Boom.
Man, that had to Hoyt. Okay. Yes, sirree. Right here on the mat, your forum for independent sports. Richard T. Sin, Billy Wack reporting. Jared joining us in studio tonight. Ooh, thank you very much. Big fist by Molina. Off the ropes, gets caught up. Dang, gets drived right down into the mat. Ricky Thomas taking some time out. Very impressed with himself. I think he's a house of fire now for real. He's all fired up. He's waiting for it. His big maneuver could be coming. Here he comes, runs in.
Whoa!
Oh! And gets flung right into the steel rail.
That's got to be it.
He really hurt his shoulder on that one, fans.
Oh!
1, 2, 3.
Andy Long did not even see it.
He cheated. He had his feet on the ropes. It was obvious. Right in front of all of us here on the mat.
He worked that to his advantage. Andy Long didn't see it. Yeah.
Good stuff here on the mat this week. I got to say, Billy Wack, I bring in all my books. I read these books. I don't get on the internet. I go to a bookstore. But I got to say, it's fascinating. You read one wrestling book, okay? And then you get into this stuff, and you're like, oh, I remember I read about Ripper. I was reading in the Bret Hart book about Ripper Collins. And then I read in the Pain and Passion, Stampede Wrestling, I read about Ripper Collins. Where did I hear this guy's name? Well, Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, The Heels. Wow. The Heels. This is an excellent reference book because all the old heels are in here. And if you want to look up Ripper Collins, got to get yourself a book. I don't know if you can get that on the internet. Ripper Collins. He was kind of a locker room weirdo.
Wow.
Watch out for Ripper Collins, fans.
What else do we have here?
A little deliverance. Yeah, very appropriate. I think Ripper Collins did make a few squeal like a pig. You knew exactly where I was going with that, Jared.
So like we talked about it last week, we got a bit of an update on it this week, and it is the Chicago Pro Wrestling Family Tree.
Yes.
A WCPW coming in with the most apparent children, I suppose you could say. PWI, LWF.
Yeah, there you go.
We got some there, yeah. I guess they're counting MEW as one of ours, I guess. That's nice.
Oh, so WCPW, they're saying spawned all those federations directly.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And I got to say, this whole concept of the Chicago Pro Wrestling Family Tree, this is a Billy Wack original, fans.
I just wanted to see where everything came from. I just, everybody traces it back, then they realize, oh yeah, it came from there. And then everybody kind of gets on the same page, maybe a little bit. And,
But we were all in this together, Billy Wack. I mean, I can remember a time.
We're not, and there's different people and different promoters that have different ideas, and I don't understand what your ideas are. Like, why would... You see it on the mat occasionally. You see we get these tapes from some of these promotions, and for lack of a better word, they're half-assed. And I don't understand why people get involved in the business if they're going to do it like that. I just don't get it. Do you want to be a star? Do you want to make some money? What? Are you crazy? Like, I don't get it. So...
Okay, but what's the word you use, half-baked? To me, that's a matter of opinion. In other words, you'll go to one federation like Windy City, and the guys will be in shape. They'll look professional. You can tell they go to the gym. Most of them, anyways. Okay, especially back in the day, Windy City. But then back in the day, you go to an LWF show, and you're going to see all kinds of crazy, high-flying action. You're going to see people fighting in the stands. You're going to see the fans passing people all kinds of weapons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Different federations have different front foots to put forward. You know what I'm saying? Some have nothing to put forward, mostly the Northwest Indiana feds, because I'm from Northwest Indiana, and I've yet to see one out there that was worth its salt.
We're getting
That's
the wrap
a fact.
Up.
We're getting the wrap up.
In closing, for me, real quick.
But we had fun.
I know. We had a lot of fun. Every independent wrestling promotion you see is like a tribe. It's like a tribe of guys. And they each have their different mentalities and things like that. And again, this goes back to the training. If you want to find the company that's right for you, search them out, do some research, because there's different ones out there, and
I got an idea.
You'll see them when you go to shows.
I got an idea, Billy Wack. Call 773-978-7317. Ask for Sam or Mike.
Ask for
and
Billy
get a
Wack.
tour, and ask for Billy Wack even, and get a tour of the Windy City Pro Wrestling facility, because it's still a great one and the best in Chicago. Thank you, Mr. DeCero.
I'm a co-owner.
You are not. Already?
I'm a co-owner.
I thought it happens at Belts.
No.
Now I really am going to call him.
I'm already a co-owner.
I'm mad.
We'll see you all next week.
Why ain't I a co-owner?